Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are slaying our base routine. We are going to have a flawless, long-lasting, photogenic base routine today, okay? Class is in session. I hope you have your notepad. I hope you have your makeup out because we are going to play with makeup today. Now, FYI, I have oily skin, so whatever products I use the products that work best for you and for your skin type. We're playing with makeup today, and at the end of the day, you're gonna slay. At the end of the day, you're gonna slay. I hope you enjoy this video, and if there are any tips and tricks that you guys, want to give us, please comment down below because I would love to know anything that worked best for you. Enjoy the video. So, a little birdie told me that you are trying to beat your face to the gods. A little birdie told me that you want a flawless base routine. Okay. The little birdie also told me that you're just trying to, perfect that base routine. Honey, I got you. I got you. Okay, so the key to a flawless base routine, the key to an immaculate, all day long wearing flawless, picture ready, just all night hours of your makeup looking good. You know what I mean? The key to that is skincare, skin prep. What are you doing before you start your foundation, before you start your makeup? What are you doing? The number one thing that I can tell anyone, your makeup is not going to look the way you want it to look. I mean, you're beautiful, so your makeup is always going to come out looking beautiful. But if you want your makeup to be long lasting, flawless, and just last all night, it's all about your skin prep routine. The number one thing that I always do, I always go in with a cleanser, and I will just cleanse my face and just start with a fresh canvas, a fresh base. The next thing I would do is I will take a moisturizer. I use the Pond's Dry Skin Cream Moisturizer. When I tell you this moisturizer is so good, look, I have oily skin, and for me, I want my makeup to be matte all day, all night. I don't want anything that's going to be dewy or anything that's going to mess up my makeup or prevent it from being matte all day. However, in order for my makeup to look good and, just do what I want it to do the 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? You have to moisturize your face. Cleanse your face and then moisturize your face, okay? That's the key. You always should start with a moisturizer. Your makeup will literally glide on your face and blend so seamlessly with a moisturizer on your face. Like, I'm telling you. Another thing, this is just a little pro tip, okay? The way I do my makeup is I start with my brows, then eyeshadow and liner and lashes, or just eyeshadow, liner, and then do your lashes last. But I start with from the top to the bottom. So I start with my brows and then eyes and then my base, my face makeup. The only reason why I start in that order is because when it comes to my brows, if I mess up, I can just always just like start all over. It's like a canvas. You can just start all over. And let me tell you something also. Regardless of how you do your makeup, honey, you are going to slay, okay? If your makeup doesn't come out the way you want it to look, or you feel like, oh, this is just not a good makeup day, regardless, you're beautiful, and regardless, you are going to slay your makeup and rock it like you are just the baddest chick on this planet, because you are, period. Okay, but I don't even know what I was saying before I said that. I just wanted to say that. But I think that, when it comes to makeup, makeup is like art. It's like a free canvas. You start from the top, your brows. If you mess up, you can always just start all over. But brows, clean up your brows, or however you do your brows, and then your eyeshadow. The reason why I say you do your eyeshadow next is because if there's any fallout when it comes to eyeshadow, or if you you know, if you mess up, or also whenever I finish doing my eyeliner, whenever I finish doing my eyeshadow and everything, regardless if I use I can't talk. Regardless if I use eyeliner or not and I'm just doing eyeshadow, I always like to clean it up with concealer. And I don't know if you can see like the light part on the edge of my like wing and like eyeshadow. My hair just but it makes your makeup look so crisp. It makes your eyes just look lifted, and it just gives that. But when it comes to how you want your makeup to look, I think that it's, for me, I like to have my makeup just look so crisp and just A1, okay? So, just to recap. Cleanser, cleanse your face, start with a fresh, clean base. Moisturizer, whatever moisturizer of your choice, whatever you think works best for you and your skin type. Also, a lot of products, I'm just going to say ahead of time, I have oily skin, so a lot of the products that I use are mattifying because I want my makeup to be matte all day because I already have natural, like, just oily skin. I don't necessarily use any like glowy or anything like that type of products, but use whatever products works best for you, and you can still implement the same steps that I do and put a twist on it the way you like it as well. So canvas, clean canvas, cleanser, moisturizer, and then I do my brows, I clean my brows, and then I do my eyeshadow, and then after I'm done with my eyeshadow, I clean the edges up so it's crisp and you just got that, you know, crisp look. Okay, so enough blabbering. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. All right, let's go. So I either use a grip primer of either e.l.f. grip primer, or I will use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. These two are so good, trust me. The key to getting your makeup to look good and for your makeup to not be patchy or just not apply the way you want to do it using this is put this on your face and let it do its thing. Let it like just do its thing for about a minute or so, and then apply your like foundation and things like that. Just let it do its thing, and then I found that that is like the best way for it to not be as patchy. Also, if your skin, I feel like sometimes if I forget to put a moisturizer on and I use this and my skin is just dry or it's not moisturized enough, I feel like sometimes that will have an effect on how my foundation and stuff applies. But these right here are so good. I really truly like the e.l.f. Grip Primer. If you're on a budget, get this. I promise it won't disappoint. If you're like, I want to see what this Milk Grip Primer is about, get the mini version, and if you like it, then just get the bigger regular size version. Both just so good. So good. Ulta, you can get this from. I think Target may have it. I got this from Ulta, and then Sephora is where I got this from. My pride and joy, my baby. Fenty Beauty Pro True Matte Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. Sephora, got it from Sephora. Yes, thank you. Let me tell you something. I am like right here with it. So good. When it comes to you going out, whenever you're going out somewhere and you don't want your makeup to, you don't want to mess up your makeup or do not try anything new. I learned that yesterday. When it comes to going out and stuff, sometimes just stick to the products that you know will work out for you, and just don't try anything new if you know that it's an important event, because if it doesn't work out, it's okay, because, you know, you're not going out somewhere that it's like, you know, I don't know, random thought. But this never fails me, ever. My makeup lasts and is matte the entire night. I'm going to be honest with you. Even though I have mattifying makeup and everything like that, I still do have to touch up my makeup hours and hours and hours and hours later. That's just inevitable. Another thing I always say is that Look, my under eyes crease. No matter what kind of good concealer I have, your under eyes are going to always crease. Your under eyes are still going to crease. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that the product is not good. Just because my skin is so oily at the end, just because my skin is oily at the end of the night doesn't mean that any of the products that I use is not good and doesn't do what it says it's supposed to do. I just have naturally oily skin, and no matter what I use at the end of the night, sometimes my skin does get oily where I may have to touch it up, but it's okay because I like the product. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Fenty Beauty my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter True Matte Primer. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand like so, and I'm just going to, I have my mirror right here, so if I'm looking this way, I have a mirror. If I'm looking this way, I have a mirror as well. So I'm just going to put my primer all over my face like this. And I always have a headband on over my, hair, because I just don't want to get any foundation or products on my hair. So I always do have a headband on for that exact reason. Y'all, my biggest fear when I'm filming is that I'm talking to you guys and I'm not recording. I always have to look to make sure that I see that red dot, because if I don't see that red dot, I'm gonna be so sad. Okay, so sad. Okay, so the next product, one thing I'm gonna say is don't be afraid to mix your favorite products together. I love to mix foundations and even concealers and powders and bronzers and blushes together. I love to do that. I seriously do. NARS. So I love to mix the NARS Radiant and the NARS Soft Matte foundations together. If you're wondering, in the NARS Radiant and the NARS Soft Matte, I'm in Caracas, what does it say? Caracas Medium Deep 3.3. I'm in the shade of both of these in Caracas Medium Deep 3.3. Honey, when I tell you my makeup looks flawless all night, this is lightweight. This is actually long wearing. This is like photogenic type of foundation. This foundation will never fail you. When I get married, I'm using this foundation because I know it's going to make my makeup look so flawless. My foundation is going to look so beautiful. It's going to just mesh with my skin, blend with my skin, just be one with my skin. And this, when I tell you, this matches my skin so perfectly, it truly does. This is lightweight, it's long wearing, it's flawless. It literally just makes your canvas just look beautiful. I'm telling you. If you have not tried any of the NARS foundations, please try them. It's so good, especially the Radiant and the Soft Matte. If you're oily, Soft Matte, so good. It's just so good. I'm not even lying when I say that. Another thing, I love to apply my foundation, my concealer, all of my liquid products I love to apply with a brush. And then if I need to blend, sometimes I will go in with a beauty blender as well. But I found that when I use a brush to apply my foundation, it just, blends beautifully. I don't feel like any of the product is getting taken off with my brush as opposed to using a beauty blender. I feel like using a beauty blender, sometimes it takes product away instead of just keeping the product on your face. And I just think it's to your discretion. It's whatever works best for you. So if a brush applies better for you when it comes to foundation, use it. If a beauty blender applies better for you with foundation, use that. If you prefer to, blend your product in with your hands, do that, baby. Do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever works best for you. What works best for me when it comes to applying foundation is using a brush. And e.l.f., girl, e.l.f. has amazing affordable brushes, face brushes, eyeshadow brushes. e.l.f. Get you some, boo. Get you some. I'm telling you. And they're just amazing. They're great quality, amazing, and they're so affordable. So what I do is I take my NARS Radiance and I'm just going to do that. I also wanted to say I don't use eyeshadow primer. For my primer on my eyes, I literally use my NARS Soft Matte Primer, and I said primer, foundation, and I will just put that on my eyes, and then I will just set it with a setting powder, and it literally looks amazing at the end of the night. I haven't used an eyeshadow primer in so long. I feel like the only time I would ever use an eyeshadow primer is like, I don't know. I don't know. I always use a foundation instead. Ooh. When it comes to applying it on my face, I will take a flat brush like this, like so, and I will literally just mix these two together. Like just mix and mix and mix like this. And I gotta move my hair out my face. I will literally just do this. Yep, just like so. So I will take my foundation brush and I will just blend it. And I'm using the e.l.f. buffing foundation brush to apply my foundation. And I just washed my brushes as well. I think the best thing about when it comes to whenever you know you're going to do your makeup, the best advice I can give you is to always clean your sponges and always clean your brushes as well before you apply your makeup, because I feel like it will always give you a flawless look when you apply it. You know, it won't be any products from the time before that you used it, and it'll just apply seamlessly. And I'm just gonna put that on my forehead. Okay, the next product that I love to use, I just recently got this and I absolutely fell in love with this. I will either use the Huda Beauty Fox Filter Concealer, or I'll use NARS, or I'll use Fenty. Or is there anyone else that I would use? Huda, NARS, or Fenty are my go-tos when it comes to concealers because they just never fail me. But I will be using the Huda Beauty Fox Filter Concealer in the shade Toasted Almond 5.3G. I find that this concealer is very like just flawless. It applies beautifully and it is like full coverage. Like it gives you coverage. It's very buildable. Like it definitely is buildable when it comes to coverage. I think that it's best for you to apply your concealer first and then do your bronzer or contour next, because you really want your concealer to just sit and just like do its thing on your face and like kind of dry up a little bit. So then like you have more control when it comes to blending it out, and it just is it's just so flawless. You don't want your concealer to be too wet when you are blending it out. So if you have a little fan, you can just do your 1-2 with your fan and let it just dry down a little bit and then blend it out. But like I said, I prefer to use a concealer brush to blend it out, and this is an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush that I am going to be using. And I also use the e.l.f. blending brush for the inner corner, like the closest parts to my eye, for blending. Just like this. So when it comes to bronzer, let me see. I just started using cream bronzer. And when I tell you it changes the game, it truly does. I like to take a flat brush like this. A flat brush like so. You see? Completely flat like this. I don't even know where I got this brush from. I'm sure that, I don't know if e.l.f. sells the e.l.f. may sell a brush like this. I don't know where I got it from. There's no name on it, but it's very flat. It's like perfect for applying bronzer. And I'm using the NARS bronzer, cream bronzer in the shade Laguna 4. When it comes to the bronzer, you don't want to dip your brush too much. You want to, like, a little bit goes a long way. I just dip my brush one time every time and just see how I like it, because a little bit honestly goes a long way when it comes to the NARS bronzer. Like, I promise you, you would much rather just build it up and like apply it than to accidentally put too much bronzer, and then it's going to be kind of harder to work with. But either way, if you do have too much bronzer on, all you got to do is take your beauty blender that has the foundation on it and kind of just like, you know, blend it to your liking so it's not too harsh. Okay, so now that I have my cream bronzer on, so sometimes I will go between using this for my nose contour, or I'll use the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Beautiful Bronze GC987. Today, I want to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I will just take this and I'll just like run it on my nose like so. And do a light little contour. And I like to use this because it's just so easy to work with. Ooh, got it on my hand. I like using this because it's so easy to work with, and I like that when it comes to the bronzer on my nose, I can just use it straight from the brush on the from the tube. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. So now what I like to do is I like to blend my bronzer and then blend my concealer just to give my concealer more time to set. So I will take the same brush that I used to apply my bronzer and I will just blend it like this. You can either use the same brush or you can use a different brush. You can use a beauty blender, whatever works best for you. But for me, I use the same brush that I used to bronze my face. I will use to, you know, blend it out. Just like so. For my nose contour, I am going to just take a brush that's like this size. Pretty small type of brush. Like this. And focus on me, thank you. I will just blend my nose contour like this. Blend it with my brush like so. And you see how that just looks so like good and just good? Okay, so next what I like to do is I will blend the bottom last. So I'll take my e.l.f. concealer brush and I will just blend the top. I will just, you know, blend it up here, and then I'll take my brush like this and I will go in with the smaller e.l.f. brush and I will blend it using the smaller e.l.f. brush because yeah, and I know it looks crazy right now like this, but I promise you it's a trust the process type of moment. And I'm just gonna go in with my bigger beauty blender. That's a beauty blender, my bigger e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to clean it up like this. And then I'm going to take the same brush and I'm just gonna go over my nose like so. Like that. Yep, like that. And I will be using my beauty blender to blend this together as well. And so okay, so now I'm going to take my e.l.f. concealer brush and I'm just going to blend. Do you see how just buttery and just easy and smooth this blends? Like, it's so good. So what I do is I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit more concealer and just, that is not a little bit more. That was a lot. And so I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to blend it. Blend it like so. And so what I like to do is I like to take my e.l.f. beauty blender. This is just so good. And I will literally And just blend the sides. And sometimes I'll blend the edges of my nose contour right here, so it's just not too harsh. Just like so. And I'm just gonna go back in with the same concealer brush, and I'm just gonna lightly just buff it in. Okay, now this is a new step that I discovered that just absolutely works amazing, flawlessly, and beautifully for me. So if you want your makeup to, like, your under eye to be bright and just beautiful and last all night and to just be like amazing, flawless, you should seriously try this step that I'm about to show you. So what I will do is I will take my Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder, and I am using the shade Blondie. I will take my puff powder sponge, and I will literally just do this. Just run it like this, and I will use this to set my under eye. I'll use this to set my under eye first. Like, when I tell you, your under eye will look so good and flawless when you do this. Like, I would never steer you the wrong way. I promise you. I will, like, this is just so good. I literally just do that. It just looks so good like this. And then I will take my Huda Beauty Banana Bread Loose Setting Powder, and I'm just gonna open this, and let me get some in here. Oop. Y'all, I'm making a mess right now. I'm making a whole mess over here. And I'll just take my powder puff sponge. Sorry if you see a whole bunch of like particles just like flying. I just blew that. Okay. And I'm going to I'm gonna dip it in here, and then I'm gonna like wipe off the excess, and I'm just gonna set that. I'm gonna set where I put any of my concealer. I'm gonna set anywhere I put my concealer. Y'all, I'm watching Love is Blind season 6 right now, and it is so freaking good. Like, so good. I know this is like a random thought, but all I can think about is just like watching that later tonight. I'm just like so excited to watch it. It's so good. Random thought. I forgot to also tell you, if you want your brows to last all night, after you finish filling in your brows and cleaning it up, take a translucent powder and literally take a brush that's like this size and set the translucent powder with your brows. Like, set your brows, I said with your brows. Set your brows with the translucent powder. I'm telling you, your brows will literally last all night. No lie. I'm just gonna set that. And yeah. This just will literally make your makeup look so good. Promise you. I know, like, I look really like powdery and like but I promise you, when it comes to makeup, it's a trust the process type of thing. Just trust the process. At the end of the day, all of this will like just come together and look so good. Just trust the process, I promise. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this nose contour, and I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty 07, and I'm just going to take, I'm going to take a brush that's like this size, and I'm just going to lightly dip it in here, and I'm just going to like just go over my nose contour and just like, you know, do the 1-2 and just set that bad boy. And I'm going to take my beauty blender, and I'm just going to and blend that together. Yep. Okay, so now that I set all of my, you know, my face, and I blended everything in and everything just looks really good and flawless, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take my I will either go in with my Fenty Beauty Coco Naughty, or my go-to bronzer is the Juvia's Place bronzed palette, and this is duo palette, and this is in the dark, this is the dark bronzed duo palette. I will take an angled brush like this, and I will literally just dip my brush in both of these, and I will literally just bronze my face. Bronze. I haven't gotten into using cream blush yet. I tried it. I have the e.l.f. cream blushes, but I just haven't gotten into it yet. Don't know. So I will literally use that to set all of my cream products, and then I will take my beauty blender and I will just blend it like this, so there's no harsh lines or no just harsh anything. You can't see where my concealer or bronzer starts or ends. I want everything to just be seamless. Okay, so next, we're almost done, y'all. We're almost done. My favorite part, aka blush. I will always, my besties, like I think it was one or two of you guys put me on to the crayon case, or let me tell you guys, besties, if you know of any products that are good, please, like, don't be afraid to put it down in the comment section. Let us all know, bestie, okay? This right here, thank you guys so much for recommending this to me. I always use this. So good. I will forever talk about this blush binder. It's 3. I will forever talk about it. It's so freaking good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know which one I want to go in with. I kind of want to do this one right here. I kind of want to have like a baby pink like Barbie moment. So I think that's what we're going to hit. So I'm just going to take my blush brush that's like this size, and I'm just going to, whenever it comes to blush or any powdered products, dip your brush in it and then tap off the excess, because you would much rather build it up than to have too much and it just looks, you know, too much for your liking. And if that's the case where it's too much for, you know, how you like it, just take your beauty blender and just blend it, and it will, you know, take away some of the product and it won't be as harsh. Yes. And I will always sometimes just like take a little bit and like put it on my nose. I don't know. I just always like to do that. And you see, for example, you see how it's just like a lot. Like it's just out there. I love me some blush. I will take my beauty blender and I will just blend that in like this. And it'll kind of like calm it down a little bit, and it won't be like too much, okay? One thing I love is just blush. Like blush just like brings everything together. Like it truly does. Okay, so now that I'm done with my face makeup, I don't use highlight. I just prefer a matte face. So now that I'm done, I'm going to finish my under eye and put on eyeliner and mascara, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to set our face. And we're going to go outside and we're going to slay, and we're going to take pictures, and we're just going to like enjoy how our makeup came out, because we just slay our makeup today. Like, okay, I'll be right back, babes. And then we're going to talk about setting spray, and we're just going to do our 1-2s tonight. Okay, be right back. Okay, so hair's done and everything, and let's just set our face. So to set my face, I love to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and then on top of it, I will use the One Size On Till Dawn Setting Spray. Sometimes I'll just use one or the other, or like tonight, I'm going to be using both. When I tell you my makeup stays on all night, please believe me. Please believe me. I promise you. These are so good. Like, so good. Whether you have oily skin, dewy skin, I said dewy skin. Whether you have oily skin, dry skin, normal skin, what have you. These, when it comes to you want your makeup to look good and stay put all night, these will do the 1-2s. I promise you. So I'm just going to go and I just did my hair. Okay. So I'm just going to go and try to do the 1-2 with it. Okay. And then on top of it, I'm just going to, my hair. I'm just going to let that kind of do its thing. And then my hair. And then I'm going to go with the One Size and I'm going to just spray my face. And when I'm going out, I just got that all in my nose. I do like to take both of these with me whenever I'm going out, or one or the other, not both. I like to take one or the other when I'm going out with me for whenever I have to touch up my makeup. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm just gonna take a, I don't think I will have to touch up my makeup, but just in case, I'm going to take a translucent powder and I'm just going to bring that with me. And I'm probably going to take my One Size just in case I have to do any touching up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me in this video today. Bestie, if anything that I, introduce you guys to that you've never done before, let me know if it worked for you. If there are any tips and tricks or advice that you could give us when it comes to how you apply your base routine and how you slay your makeup, please comment down below, because even me, I want to know. At the end of the day, what? You slay, okay? You slay. You always, whenever you walk in a room, all eyes on you, because you slay, okay? Enjoy your night tonight, or enjoy your day, whether you're watching during the day or night. You're beautiful. You're slaying your makeup, and your base routine is, it's immaculate. It's on fleek, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy your day and stay beautiful. Bye, bestie. See you in my next video.